Welcome to my channel. Before you do anything else, make one promise to yourself. Stay with me until the very last second because the next few minutes may completely change the way you think about your future. Imagine waking up 1 year from today feeling stronger, more confident, more disciplined, and proud of the person you have become. Imagine looking back and realizing that everything changed because of one decision you made today. Most people spend their entire lives waiting for the perfect opportunity, but they never realize that the future they dream about is created by the choices they make right now. If you truly listen with an open mind, this message can become the turning point of your life. This is not only an English lesson, it is a lesson about building the future you deserve. Every sentence will improve your English, and every idea will strengthen your mindset. So take a deep breath, focus completely, and let's begin this journey together. The greatest mistake most people make is believing that the future simply happens on its own. They wake up every morning, repeat the same habits, think the same thoughts, make the same excuses, and then wonder why nothing changes. They hope tomorrow will be different while doing exactly what they did yesterday. But life does not reward hope without action. Your future is not built by wishes, it is built by decisions. Every decision you make today is writing the story you will live tomorrow. Every hour you spend learning instead of complaining, every healthy habit you practice instead of delaying, every positive thought you choose instead of negative thinking becomes another brick in the foundation of your future. Successful people understand this simple truth. They never wait for motivation before taking action. They know motivation comes and goes, but discipline remains. There will be mornings when you feel tired. There will be evenings when you want to quit. There will be moments when progress feels invisible. Those are the moments that decide your future. Anyone can work when they feel inspired, but winners continue even when they feel uncomfortable. That is why they achieve results that other people only dream about. Think about a farmer planting seeds. The farmer does not expect a tree to appear the next morning. Day after day, the farmer waters the ground even when nothing seems to happen. Weeks pass, sometimes months pass. Then one day, the first signs of growth finally appear. Your dreams grow exactly the same way. At first, nobody notices your effort. People may even laugh at you. They may question your decisions or tell you to stop trying. Do not let their opinions become your reality. The people who criticize your dreams cannot see the future you are building. They only see your present. You must learn to believe in your vision before anyone else believes in it. Every successful person has experienced seasons of doubt. Every great achievement began as an invisible dream inside someone's mind. What separates successful people from everyone else is not intelligence or talent. It is consistency. They understand that small actions repeated every single day eventually produce extraordinary results. Reading 10 pages every day may not seem important today, but after 1 year, you will have gained knowledge that most people never discover. Practicing English for 20 minutes every day may seem small, but after months, your confidence will surprise even you. Saving a little money each week may not look impressive now, but over time, it creates opportunities that never existed before. Never underestimate the power of small daily improvements because they quietly transform ordinary lives into extraordinary ones. Another habit of successful people is refusing to become prisoners of excuses. Excuses always sound reasonable. They tell you that you are too young, too old, too busy, too tired, or not talented enough. They whisper that you should start tomorrow instead of today. But tomorrow has stolen more dreams than failure ever has. Every time you postpone your goals, you give fear another victory. Every time you choose action instead of excuses, you become stronger than you were yesterday. Remember this powerful truth. Your future is not waiting somewhere ahead of you. You're creating it with every thought, every habit, every conversation, and every decision you make today. If you want a better future, begin by becoming a better person now. Do not wait for life to become easier. Become stronger. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Create progress with the conditions you already have. The greatest opportunity you will ever receive is today, because today is the only moment you truly control. Yesterday cannot be changed, and tomorrow has not yet arrived. Right now is where your future begins. Every successful future begins with a decision that most people are afraid to make. That decision is accepting complete responsibility for your own life. It is easy to blame circumstances, bad luck, other people, or a difficult past when things do not go as planned. Many people spend years saying they would succeed if they had more money, better opportunities, more support, or perfect conditions. But successful people think differently. They understand that while they cannot control everything that happens around them, they can always control how they respond. That simple mindset changes everything. The moment you stop blaming the world, you begin building your future. Responsibility is not a burden, it is freedom. It gives you the power to improve instead of waiting for someone else to improve your life. Every morning, successful people ask themselves one important question: what can I do today that will make tomorrow better? They focus on actions instead of excuses. They know that one productive day may not completely change their life, but thousands of productive days certainly will. They also understand that every challenge carries a valuable lesson. Problems are not sent to destroy you. They are opportunities to develop patience, wisdom, courage, and strength. Imagine trying to build muscles without lifting anything heavy. It would never happen. In the same way, your character cannot become stronger without facing difficulties. Every obstacle is another chance to grow into the person your future requires. Instead of asking why life is difficult, begin asking what life is trying to teach you. This small change in thinking transforms frustration into growth. Another powerful habit is learning to control your thoughts before your thoughts control you. Negative thinking spreads quickly if you allow it to remain in your mind. One negative thought becomes another until fear completely replaces confidence. That is why successful people protect their minds every day. They choose books that teach valuable lessons. They surround themselves with positive influences. They listen to educational content instead of constant negativity. They understand that whatever enters the mind eventually shapes decisions, habits, and actions. If you feed your mind with hope, discipline, and knowledge, your future will begin reflecting those qualities. If you feed your mind with excuses and doubt, your future will reflect those instead. Your mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant and water every day will eventually grow. Plant courage instead of fear. Plant discipline instead of laziness. Plant gratitude instead of complaints. Those seeds may seem small now, but over time, they create an extraordinary life. Successful people also understand that time is their greatest investment. Money can be earned again, but every minute that passes is gone forever. That is why they become intentional about how they spend each day. They avoid distractions that steal hours without creating value. They replace endless scrolling with learning. They replace worrying with planning. They replace complaining with action. They know that the difference between ordinary and extraordinary people is often how they use the same 24 hours. Another important lesson is learning to stay patient during slow progress. Modern society teaches people to expect instant success, but real success follows a different path. It grows quietly while nobody notices. Just like roots grow beneath the ground before a tree becomes visible, your future is developing every time you remain consistent. Do not stop simply because results are invisible. Invisible progress is still progress. Every book you finish, every English lesson you practice, every healthy choice you make, and every goal you refuse to abandon is preparing you for opportunities that have not yet arrived. Success often appears suddenly, but it is built slowly through months and years of unseen effort. Never compare your beginning with someone else's success because every journey moves at its own pace. Focus only on becoming better than you were yesterday. That simple habit removes unnecessary pressure and replaces it with steady improvement. Remember that your future does not depend on one perfect decision. It depends on hundreds of good decisions repeated consistently. Every positive choice is another vote for the person you want to become. Keep choosing wisely, keep moving forward, and never allow temporary setbacks to convince you that your dream is impossible. The future belongs to those who continue walking even when the road becomes difficult, because every step taken with courage brings you closer to the life you truly deserve. One of the greatest differences between successful people and everyone else is that they never stop learning. They understand that education does not end when school ends. Every day becomes another opportunity to grow wiser, stronger, and more capable. Every conversation teaches a lesson. Every mistake provides valuable experience. Every challenge reveals a weakness that can become a future strength. Instead of fearing failure, successful people welcome it because they know every failure contains information that success cannot teach. They never ask, "Why did this happen to me?" Instead, they ask, What can I learn from this experience? That simple question transforms disappointment into wisdom. Many people quit after one failure because they believe failure is proof they are not good enough. Winners understand something completely different. They know failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of the journey towards success. Every inventor failed many times before creating something extraordinary. Every athlete lost competitions before becoming a champion. Every successful speaker once struggled to speak confidently. Every fluent English speaker once made simple mistakes. The difference is that they refused to stop learning. They understood that improvement always comes before perfection. Instead of chasing perfection, they focused on becoming just 1% better every single day. Those tiny improvements eventually created unbelievable results. Another powerful habit is surrounding yourself with people who inspire growth instead of negativity. The people around you influence the way you think, speak, and act. If you spend your time with people who constantly complain, make excuses, and criticize every opportunity, eventually their mindset becomes your mindset. But if you spend time with people who encourage learning, discipline, and positive action, if you cannot find positive people around you, let books become your teachers. Let educational videos become your mentors. Let inspiring stories become your daily companions. Success leaves clues, and those clues are available to anyone willing to keep learning. Another lesson successful people understand is the importance of courage. Courage does not mean living without fear. Courage means taking action even when fear is present. Every meaningful goal will require courage because every dream exists outside your comfort zone. Fear will always tell you to stay where life feels safe and familiar. Growth will always ask you to take one more step forward. Every time you choose courage, your confidence grows stronger. Every time you allow fear to control your decisions, your world becomes smaller. Remember that fear is often nothing more than your imagination focusing on negative possibilities. Replace those thoughts by imagining what could go right instead of constantly imagining what could go wrong. Another important habit is protecting your time from distractions. Many people say they have no time to improve themselves, yet they spend hours every day doing things that add no value to their future. Successful people understand that every hour is an investment. They ask themselves whether each activity moves them closer to their goals or further away from them. They do not seek busy lives. They seek meaningful lives. They schedule time to read, exercise, practice English, develop new skills, and reflect on their progress. They understand that if something is truly important, it deserves a place in their daily routine. Consistency is always more powerful than occasional motivation. There will be days when enthusiasm disappears, but habits continue working even when motivation fades. That is why disciplined people achieve more than talented people who never remain consistent. Your future is quietly being shaped by the habits you repeat every single day. Every positive routine becomes another investment in the person you are becoming. Never believe that your efforts are too small to matter because small improvements repeated over months and years eventually create extraordinary change. Continue believing in your potential, continue strengthening your character, continue learning from every experience, and continue moving forward with patience. Every step you take today is preparing you for opportunities that are still waiting ahead, and every lesson you learn now becomes another reason your future will be brighter than your past. The final lesson is understanding that your future is not something that happens to you. Your future is something you create. Every thought you think, every habit you repeat, every decision you make, and every action you take becomes part of the life you will experience tomorrow. Many people spend years waiting for the perfect opportunity, the perfect moment, or the perfect conditions before they begin pursuing their goals. Successful people understand that perfection never arrives. They begin with what they have, where they are, and they improve one step at a time. That is why they continue moving forward while others remain trapped in endless preparation. One of the most powerful decisions you can make is choosing to believe in yourself before the results become visible. Most people wait for proof before they believe. Winners believe first and then create the proof through action. They understand that confidence is not something you find. Confidence is something you build. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, your confidence grows. Every time you complete a difficult task, your confidence grows. Every time you choose discipline instead of excuses, your confidence grows. Eventually, those small victories create an unshakable belief that you can overcome any challenge. Another important truth is that life rewards consistency more than intensity. You do not need to be perfect every day. You simply need to keep going. Small actions performed consistently are far more powerful than massive efforts that happen only once. Reading a few pages every day is more effective than reading an entire book once a year. Practicing English for 20 minutes daily is more effective than studying for hours only once a month. Improvement happens when effort becomes a habit instead of an occasional event. Successful people understand this principle and use it to transform their lives. They know that greatness is simply the result of ordinary actions repeated long enough. As you continue your journey, remember that setbacks are not signs to quit. They are signs that you are growing. Every challenge teaches patience. Every mistake teaches wisdom. Every obstacle develops strength. The difficult moments you experience today are preparing you for responsibilities you will carry tomorrow. Nothing is wasted when you choose to learn from it. Even painful experiences can become valuable teachers if you remain willing to grow. Another lesson successful people follow is protecting their vision from negativity. Not everyone will understand your dreams. Some people will doubt you because they have already given up on their own dreams. Some will criticize your goals because they are afraid to pursue their own. Do not allow their limitations to become your limitations. Stay focused on your path. Continue learning. Continue improving. Continue building the future you want even when nobody else can see it yet. The strongest belief is believing in your vision when there is no evidence except your determination. Remember that every successful life begins with a decision to stop making excuses, a decision to stop waiting, a decision to take responsibility, a decision to grow, a decision to keep moving forward no matter how slow the progress appears. Those decisions may seem small today, but they become life-changing over time. Your future is being created right now through the choices you make every day. Choose growth over comfort, choose action over fear, choose discipline over excuses, choose learning over complaining, choose courage over doubt. Those choices will slowly transform every area of your life. Before this message ends, take a moment and imagine the person you want to become. Imagine the confidence, the discipline, the success, the knowledge, and the peace you desire. That future version of yourself is not created by luck. It is created by the actions you take starting today. The opportunity to begin is already in your hands. You do not need permission. You do not need perfect conditions. You simply need the courage to start and the discipline to continue. Thank you for staying until the end. If this message inspired you, remember these lessons every day. Believe in your potential. Protect your mindset, build strong habits, learn continuously. Stay patient during slow progress. Never stop improving. Most importantly, never stop believing that your future can become greater than your past. Your journey is not finished. In many ways, it is only beginning. The best version of yourself is still waiting ahead, and every positive step you take brings you closer to becoming that person. Continue moving forward with confidence, determination, and hope. Your future belongs to the person you choose to become today, and the best time to begin creating that future is right now.